right, it's time for me to put in my 2 cents. Not that anyone like asked for it, but I'm basically talking about these WNBA awards. Who do I think is gonna win them? I'm not gonna be doing the Kim Pero Sportsmanship Award because I don't even know like what goes into that. I don't know who's like, I really have no idea. I couldn't even think of a single person to win that award. Not that like I don't think anyone has sportsmanship in the league. I just don't know. And that's not what you guys are here for. You guys are probably here to, well, considering how small the channel is, you're probably not here. But if you are here, you're probably here to hear me talk about MVP, Rookie of the Year. That's probably the main ones. I do have to say, this is just my opinion specifically. I've been seeing a lot of articles. I've seen a lot of Instagram posts about what people think. First, we're gonna start out with the 6th player of the year. This one is really confusing to me because there's been so many injuries and so many instances where players that were coming off the bench are now starting, or vice versa, or that they're just waived, or like so many like hardship contracts. So last year it was Tiffany Hayes, and that was like a very easy pick. Like she was amazing coming off the bench for the Aces. But for this year, I don't know. I had a lot of things written down. I have a lot of thoughts. My number 1 pick that I think should win 6th player of the year is Maddie Siegrist. And that's why I say it's confusing, because Maddie now starts for the Wings. But for the majority of the season, she was coming off the bench, and she's a dog. If the Wings were winning, I think she'd be a huge part of that. But the Wings are losing every single game. They're actually the worst team in the WNBA. So when we thought it couldn't get worse, it did. Yeah, Maddie's averaging 12.1 points a game, 4.7 rebounds. It's actually quite insane. I thought she should have been starting like off rip, like seeing her stats, seeing how she's been playing, even coming from that injury that she had, and then she came back, didn't skip a beat. I think she like started starting like a few games after she came back from her injury. But especially compared to how she was playing last year in her first year with the Dallas Wings, she only averaged 3 points her first year. Last year she averaged 9 points, and now she's averaging 12.1. She also averages 2 offensive rebounds a game. She is the spark off the bench. Well, not anymore, but she's the spark off the starters. She's the whatever. But like I said, I don't even know if she qualifies. I don't know how many games you have to like not start, or how many times you come off the bench, how many minutes. I don't know exactly what goes into it. I think that she should win, just period, because her coming off the bench for the entire like first to middle-ish part of the season, she was a huge spark off the bench for the Wings. I also had Naz Hillman written down. I think that she's probably going to win it based off of what I'm seeing a lot of analysts are saying. So that's why in my head I'm thinking Maddie Siegrist might not even count. But Naz Hillman for the Atlanta Dream, and the Atlanta Dream are having an amazing season, so I think that'll also boost up her chances of winning it, just because of how amazing the Dream have been playing this season. Naz Hillman is averaging 8.3 points, 5.9 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and like I said, the Dream 24 and 13, they're amazing. I think they're 3rd right now, which is nuts. I think especially compared to last year, the Dream have taken a huge step. So yeah, she has she started? She's also started in 10 games, so I'm like, I think Maddie Siegrist should win it. But if you're also factoring in the success of the team they're a part of, it's like Maddie Siegrist is contributing so much, but there's not much to contribute to because they're so bad. But on the other end, Naz Hillman is contributing a lot to the Atlanta Dream, and the Atlanta Dream are winning and they're doing well, and like her impact on the floor is so obvious to see because they're winning games. It's kind of hard to see Maddie Siegrist's impact. It's kind of hard to see Maddie's impact because like of how bad the team is doing. So I think could be a toss-up between those two. I do want to also say like some honorable mentions. I don't think they will win, but I think it'd be good to talk about. I have stud bud number 2 written down, so Napheesa Heidemann, because I don't know how to spell her first name or her last name, but she's been doing a very good job on the links when she comes off the bench, especially when Napheesa was hurt. She was having a lot of big minutes, she had a lot of big moments, and I mean her averages are decent as well. I also had written down Anissa Morrow, just because she has lately been playing a lot better, because she's been playing, because she was hurt like the first half of the season, and now that she's been playing, she's been contributing a lot. And I also had Sophie Cunningham and Ari McDonald, and I don't think they would count at all because they're not gonna play for the rest of the season, unfortunately, because everyone is getting hurt in the league. Game I was watching, but they were like, you guys, this is like, I know the fans are thinking this is like something crazy, but this is just normal. It's not normal. I don't know what gun Kathy has pointed to everyone's head that's making them say like this is normal, this is okay, because it's not. And like, it's kind of getting ridiculous. Maybe I'll make a video about it, I don't know, because this season has been very painful to watch. Even if I don't like the team, but just seeing the players going down, dropping like flies, like I said in my other video. Did I say that? I don't know. So yeah, I wanted to include them just because they've been playing amazing for the Fever, and they have gotten hurt, so like they're not gonna probably get it anymore. So my pick for 6th player of the year is Maddie Siegrist. 2nd, probably Naz Hillman. It's a toss-up between those two, but my pick is Maddie Siegrist. Next, for most improved, My pick for most improved is 100% Alicia Gray. Not that she's ever been like bad or anything like that, but her stats compared to her like entire career based on based on this year, for the rest of her career she's averaged 13.8 points a game, and this year alone she's averaged almost 19 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 1.2 steals, and the Dream are so good. Like, this is the instance where compared to like the 6th player of the year, it's so obvious to see Alicia Gray's impact because of how well the Dream are doing when she's on the court. I've always liked Alicia Gray as a player, but this year she really turned it up to the point where people are talking about her in contention for MVP. I don't think that she's going to win MVP, and I don't think that she should. I'm not saying anything against her, but yeah, the fact that she's even in contention, even in talks for that, is amazing because she never has been. Another player that I think has a chance at winning it is Brittany Sykes, which is, again, it's kind of hard to say because the Washington Wizards, because the Mystics aren't exactly playing great. But when Brittany Sykes was on the team, the Mystics looked way better. But since she's left, it's clear that her impact was huge for that team. On the team specifically, she was averaging 15.5 points a game, 3 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 1.2 steals. Her presence was made known when she was on the floor. She was hitting 20 balls. It was great. I loved watching them play. Like I've said, I've watched the Mystics play a few times in person. On the Storm, she hasn't been playing as great. 12.8 points. So that's why I'm like, maybe she's moved down my list. I also have Veronica Burton written down. She went from averaging 5.1 points like as a whole in her career to this year averaging 12 points. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 5.6 assists, 1.1 steals. I don't know, dude. Like, now that I'm looking back, also to be on a completely new team, literally Veronica Burton last year averaged 3 points a game and now is averaging 12. She only started in 1 game last year and she started in every game this year. You know what? I changed my answer. My answer is Veronica Burton. Sorry, that was oversight on my part. I really didn't think that much of it. Yes, the Dream are doing well, but they've been an established team for years. The Golden State Valkyries are a new team, and Veronica Burton has stepped up as a leader for that team compared to what she was doing last year. Like, last year she averaged 3 points, the year before 2.4, the year before 2.6, and now she's averaging 12. Nah, yeah, she has that on lock. So yeah, my pick is Veronica Burton, despite what I said earlier. And Alicia Gray second, probably not as close of a second as I thought, but yeah, I think Veronica Burton has that on lock. Now we have Defensive Player of the Year, and I think this is an easy pick for Gabby Williams. She leads the league in steals with 2.4. The difference between the Seahawks, oh my god, the difference between the Storm with and without Gabby Williams is like night and day, because the Storm literally are like one of the best defensive teams, and watching them guard some of these top players, I remember as amazing as the season that Paige Bueckers has had when Gabby Williams was on her, when Gabby Williams is guarding like Ryan Howard, and when Gabby Williams is guarding anybody, she's giving them hell for the entire night. And she's not just getting these like pickpocket, like, you know, little baby steal, like she is literally ripping you, like ripping the ball, cookies, whatever you want to call it. I also have Napheesa on there because of her blocks per game, and also just in general, Napheesa is a very good on-ball defender. Like, she does not make it easier for a lot of these posts, considering she's also like more of an undersized post. I also have Asia on here because she's leading the league in block with 2.2, which is a hefty amount of blocks per game, mind you. She almost averages more blocks than Gabby has steals, but you know, Asia's a force to be reckoned with in the paint. Like, if you're going down there, you better be ready. And yeah, those are my 4 that I had written down, and I do think it's going to be Gabby Williams. Her defensive presence is known around the league, and Ajawilson I think is a close second. Napheesa I think would be third. Next, this is the real juicy stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've all been waiting for. Rookie of the Year. Last year, I'm going to start with last year because I keep forgetting to say who wins. Last year, Caitlin won, and I think that was an easy decision for people to make, that it was going to be Caitlin Clark. I think people immediately are going to be like, oh, Paige Bueckers. As soon as Paige came into the league, they were like, she's going to win Rookie of the Year. But I do think that she's been getting a little bit of a run for her money from Sonia, Kiki, and recently Dominique Malonga. I don't think that she's in the conversation right now, but my God, the fact that since she's been getting like actual minutes, she was not getting minutes at first. She wasn't even playing. I thought she was hurt for the first half of the season or something. And I know she's super young, and the fact that she's that young and she's coming out with double-doubles and a 20-point double-double, and like watching people try to guard her and her playing against these seasoned veterans of players, and that she's making it look easy already. Wow. I mean, if she had been getting minutes before, I think she definitely would have been in the top tier for a Rookie of the Year. But I think it goes without saying that Paige has been having an amazing season. I don't think you can take that away from her at all. She's been balling. She's been hooping. We're talking about people hooping, but the biggest thing that is going against Paige for her winning Rookie of the Year is that the Dallas Wings are so bad, and that it's hard to see the exact contribution that she's having to the team, because there was, I think, 1 or 2 games where she didn't play and the Wings actually did win. Out of the 9 games they've won, that's not a very good percentage, but that I don't think that has anything to do with how good of a player she is. I think even recently she's had a few games where she was not very efficient. Yes, she's had amazing games. I mean, she just had 43 points against the Sparks. That was a great game to watch, and it sucks because Paige is an amazing player and she has a great game. I don't know, I think she's getting a lot of run for her money. I do think that she's gonna win Rookie of the Year, and I'm not saying it's not deserved, but I do think it's a lot closer than people may be thinking. She's averaging 19 points per game, 5 assists per game, which is amazing. Almost 20 points a game with 5 assists is nuts. She's shooting 46.6%. She's playing damn near the entire game. I do think Sonia Citron is like the closest to possibly winning Rookie of the Year over Paige from the times that the Wings have played the Mystics. Their head-to-head matchups have been really interesting to watch. I think Sonia had like a 20 ball or something against when Paige had like played them at the Mystics Arena. I think maybe twice she had a 20 ball against Paige and they won. That's why I'm like, yes, it's impressive to have like these amazing stats, and that's nothing against her, but the fact that the team isn't able to have improved with Paige on the team, it's just like, dude, I don't know. It's a tough one. It really is to me. I don't know if people are looking at it the way that I am, but like the Mystics have been having a pretty decent season compared to where they were. Sonia and Kiki, both of them could give Paige a run for her money, because Kiki is a double-double machine and Sonia is just lights out from the field. She shoots a very high percentage. Her plus minus is always really good. So is Kiki's. Okay, so as far as points per game, Sonia averages 15.2 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.2 steals. Kiki is averaging 13 points a game, 8.7 rebounds a game, 1.6 assists, and then 2.7 offensive rebounds. So like I said, yes, Paige is averaging damn near 20 points a game, but Sonia averaging 15 on a team full of like the youngest team in the league by far, and they're both kind of like taking this leadership role and leading this team to wins. And it sucks for Paige that she isn't able to lead her team to wins because they don't win. That's why this is the hardest one for me. But yeah, I think Paige is gonna win Rookie of the Year. Sonia, I think, is a close second. Kiki is a close third. Now for the super interesting stuff. MVP. This might be harder than the last one because there's a lot of factors that are playing into it. My choice for MVP is Napheesa, but I do think that Ajawilson and Alyssa Thomas, which I haven't heard a lot of people talk about. Yes, I've seen people say it, but it's not been a popular opinion that Alyssa Thomas could win MVP, but I really think that she should. I don't know if she should win over Napheesa, but it's tough. It really is. It's hard. I don't know. Like I said, Napheesa is my number 1, and Alyssa Thomas is actually my number 2, which I don't know. Please don't shoot. But please let me explain myself. Napheesa is leading the league in points. Oh, the winner last year was Ajawilson. Oh, sorry everyone. Napheesa is leading the league in points per game. She also came off an injury and scored 34 points. Her first game back from her injury. Wow. She's averaging 7.6 rebounds per game, 3.4 assists, and almost 2 steals, almost 2 blocks. You guys, wow. Napheesa is a freaking dog, and I think she's so underrated. Like, people don't really talk about Napheesa a lot unless you're within the WNBA circle, but like outside, like outsiders looking in, it's like, oh, Ajawilson, oh, Caitlinclark, oh, Paige, oh, Angel, but like no one really talks about Napheesa, and I think that she deserves all of the flowers that she's getting, but she deserves so many more. She has been a dog, and the way that when she wasn't playing because of her injury, the Lynx looked like a completely different team in all of the wrong ways, and as soon as she came back, they looked like the freaking all-star team that we all remember them to be. You have Alyssa Thomas. So let's walk it back. Alyssa Thomas is almost averaging a double-double. No. Alyssa Thomas is almost averaging a triple-double. 16 points, 9.2 assists, 9 rebounds. Hello? Why are we not talking about this more? She's leading the league in assists. She's leading the league in assists. She's 3rd in rebounds. And then as far as points go, she's not like as high up for points, but when she's doing everything else and her impact on the floor, they call her the engine for a reason. She has like no shoulder bones or something. She's like a steam engine. Like the way she is running the team, and like her impact on the floor is without a doubt huge for the Mercury. Ajawilson is averaging 23.1 points a game. I think she's second in points. 2.3 offensive rebounds, 3.1 assists. Like, it's tough, dude. But I do think Napheesa definitely has this one. But hey, I mean, it's definitely a good conversation for people to have. I don't know if it's going to be unanimous for Napheesa just because of like what I said. I don't know if Paige is going to be unanimous either, like for the other reasons I gave, but I see the choice for rookie of the year being much easier than for MVP. But yeah, that's my opinions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Yeah, I'm excited to see where the rest of the season's going because things are starting to get pretty interesting. So getting ready to watch this Dallas Wings game of doom and destruction. So yeah, I wanted to have some positivity before watching who knows what is about to happen. So that's my picks. Who knows? Maybe I get everything wrong. Who knows? Maybe I'm an all-seeing oracle fish from Dragon Ball. Who knows? But yeah, that's all I got.